So we have a couch.
We have 2 couches. We need to use them. Big day today. This week. At some point whenever you're listening to this. But no, this week is Bowman baseball release day. It's a big day.
Should be a national holiday.
It's honestly, it is like
honestly
a
international holiday because of all the Latino kids that play in the league.
Kids.
They are.
Well, no, they're listed as kids.
I'm 12.
They're listed as 18, but especially 20 years ago, they were probably like 26. But no, Bowman's always a big release day. I know Tyler's been up probably since 6 a.m. doing push-ups, prepping for today. He's got to fight off all the people who pull like the prospects that he's interested in. I don't even know who he.
I don't think he's after anybody.
He usually
in particular.
He's usually after like one person, like a stalker. He's just hyper focused.
My brain interpreted that as like a stalker, like a stocky guy, like a power hitter.
I took it the other way.
That's what I'm just gonna start calling power hitters. He's stocky. He's a stalker.
Dan Vogelbach, stalker. Shane Gillis' face on Cal Rally, stalker.
I almost said shocker.
Stalker.
But it looks really good this year.
And if you don't know that other reference, Nate has shown it to me in like 4 different versions. People are photoshopping Shane Gillis' face onto Cal Rally. Unless it's Nate. Nate might be doing this.
No, it's not me.
Okay.
But Bowman looks really good this year. Plenty of inserts. I really like the Bowman Sterling inserts that they have.
Yes.
They look very nice.
Mm-hmm. Which there's probably autograph versions, I'm guessing. Are they not doing Bowman Sterling then?
I don't know.
Something would tell me they aren't if they're putting it as an insert.
They can get away with not.
Yeah, I don't think they need it, personally.
Like, as much as I love Bowman Sterling...
Bowman?
Yes, we had somebody in yesterday ask us, and it's a regular who, like, knows cards. Oh, you guys getting them Bowmans tomorrow? I was like, oh my god. Not for you.
No Bowmans for you.
No. You get no... Actually, yes. You can have all of our Bowmans.
Yeah, all of them for free. No, I mean, I'm pretty on the record of not being a prospect guy, so I don't really care about Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome. I do like Bowman's Best just because it does have veterans in it. But I'm not a big prospect guy. There's too much work involved. So I personally am not like that invested in the release, but it is one of the biggest ones of the year.
Oh, I love it.
But you're into prospects.
Yeah.
In baseball stats.
Baseball stats, just doing deep dives. I have transitioned away from like, okay, I look at all these prospects. I'm like, okay, I want to buy a first Bowman of his, first Bowman of his. I channel that energy, since I have no money, into fantasy baseball write-ups about up and coming minor leaguers.
I thought you were gonna say like you buying their third Bowman.
No.
Okay.
Second and a half.
Is that
It's an insert from their second year in Bowman.
It's from Inception. Bowman Inception.
Yeah.
It's half as important. It's still going to be one that, especially with how good the Pirates draft, we have a lot of people locally that look for Bowman just because the Pirates always have a top prospect in it.
There's a kid from Mount Lebanon in it.
What was that kid's name?
I forget.
Fields?
Justin Fields.
Yes. No, I don't. I think his name is Fields. Him, and obviously Griffin is in the product again. Obviously, it's not a first, but he is in the product as a prospect again. So he'll have... I think he's through a lot of the content. I think he has multiple different insert sets, and then he'll have the base and the chrome. I don't know about autographs. I would assume
he has autographs.
Okay. Yes, people will chase that. Are they doing... they are. I think they're doing the retrofractors again. Are they doing the throwbacks?
Yes, I believe so.
I don't know who... They do like a few a year, so that will be there. I did see the Otani anime. It looks awesome.
All of the animes look fantastic.
They look really good because they don't have the stupid 1955 Bowman border. That's the best reason.
Chad has a personal vendetta against 55 Bowman.
I really don't. It's just
You do.
it's pretty cut and dry. It's the worst set of all time. It didn't do anything to me. It's just aesthetically very
I'm
unpleasing.
starting to think it did.
Maybe it did. It's very aesthetically unpleasing. I don't like it at all.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think this year's it mimics close to what the basketball one just was with like the silver border, which is nice. Nate, words. Nate is actively looking up this kid's name. I think. Is that what you're doing?
I'm waiting to see. I don't know if they did the Bowmans that never were.
They did. I mean, and maybe they're kept for like Chrome or something. I do know that they're going to continue that phase though because they've done them before. I mean, they had Ruth. They've had Clemente. I don't know. I think maybe Cy Young or something.
I think Eddie Matthews might have.
Yeah, there's Hank Aaron might have one. There's a chunk of them. They're cool. I mean, that's not why someone's ripping the product though. I mean, like I said, it's people rip Bowman and Bowman Draft. They rip it with the hopes of pulling a big autograph, but with the intention on holding all of their Bowman first paper and chrome. As Nate continues to look, I don't know that we need to try to figure it out because
David Shields.
Shields, not Fields. Okay. Shields. What's James Shields was the last Shields pitcher, right?
Yeah.
For Tampa,
San Diego, I think.
he was good. I like James. He was good for a short period of time.
But the White Sox traded for him with the Padres.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who they traded?
So James Shields, so he was a Padre
He was a Padre, and he got traded to the White Sox.
for Fernando Tatis.
Yes, straight up.
Yeah, it's a bad trade.
Not great.
Yeah, that's not good. Because I remember that they retained him because his 2016 Bowman first was White Sox jersey. I had a blue refractor that I gemmed and sold for $800, and about 6 months later, it was like a $4,000 card. It was pretty cool.
It's probably back down though.
Yeah, he's
With his ringworm.
Yeah, he's on my fantasy team. He will likely be on Nate's fantasy team as soon as I can figure out how to shift my roster around a little bit. He's got like one of the craziest stats going this year, though. Like I said, he's got
he's hitting the bar.
He's the fourth. He hits the bar. He's the fourth hardest hitter in the league, but he has 0 home runs still.
Yeah.
Like I wonder how that's a crazy stat. It's almost in the territory of who's the bum who was overpaid? Was it Chris Davis who went 44 straight at bats of strikeouts or something?
I looked it up last night because somebody on the fantasy baseball subreddit was like, "How close is Cal Raleigh getting to the record?" And I was like, I looked it up, and I think Chris Davis was 0 for 54.
Yeah, with a lot of strikeouts.
Like it was so bad that they did like the historical in-game cut whenever he was at bat. Like they would do for okay, Albert Pujols is at 299 home runs. Let's cut to his at bat.
You'd be like, let's see if Chris Davis can get a hit. And guess who didn't care?
Chris Davis.
Yeah, he's making like $34 million to not hit a ball.
I think he still might be the highest paid player this year.
Dude, it was so crazy. Orioles. It was that contract was so bad. He got paid wasn't it like 32 a year for 10 years or something, and he didn't give them 1 ounce of good talent for that. Maybe like the first year or two he hit some balls, but the crazier stat is the other Chris Davis. That's one of the craziest stats in history. Finishing the year batting 244 like 3 straight years or something.
Yeah, it was
statistically impossible. So is Chris Davis still getting paid by them?
Let me see.
Because it's terrible. As good as Baltimore's done in recent years, drafting and with contracts, that one was so bad. So bad. And Chris Davis good with the Rangers? Yes. Is that who he was good with?
Yep.
And then he got paid and didn't give back hardly any of the money he received in talent. We need a producer, I think, to help
Yes.
us with this stuff. Because me and Nate have a skill of going off topic, and even if we do prepare notes, which we didn't today, we are good to go off topic, and we definitely need someone to help us research stuff in the moment.
Yeah, I can't find anything off the top.
Let's just say he's getting paid. If not, it was very recently he was
Actually,
getting paid.
2026 to 2020 or to 2032, he's making $3.5 million a year.
So he's still getting better than Bonilla numbers.
And then 2033 to 2037, he's getting $1.4 million.
Oh, did they defer a bunch of his contract? Did they restructure it after he basically was like, I can't play baseball because I'm terrible?
Yes.
Okay. So, like, the final couple years, they're like, hey, we owe you $68 million. We're going to defer it for the next 20 years or something.
Something like that.
Sounds like a great retirement. He now gets
They
to
were
chill.
probably just planning on him being murdered in Baltimore.
They might do it still. Just like whenever someone doesn't take the... that's why they say, like, take the bulk payout if you hit the lottery. Because if you're, like, a young person... People think the theory is, oh no, just take the yearly payout or the monthly payout or whatever for the rest of your life. It's like, no, they will kill you.
But then Big Lotto kills you.
They'll kill you. Are you kidding me? They don't want to pay you $500 million.
The senior citizens of the state who all the lottery money goes to. And that's who spends money on the lottery anyways.
If they audited the lottery, what would they find? Benefits older Pennsylvanians.
How old?
And also, what do you mean by benefit? Like, all their benefits should be... It generates hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of... Maybe billions of dollars a year. It's probably in the billions of dollars a year. Like, meanwhile, like, I look at, like, I'll talk to, like, my parents, and, like, my dad's 74, my mom's 62. They still pay a shitload of money in, like, health insurance and stuff. Like, so, who's getting the benefit? There's one lady.
Yeah.
There's one lady who's getting benefited.
It's older Pennsylvanians.
That's their last name. Whatever. We're the Pennsylvanian family. We're the eldest Pennsylvanians.
Yes. Anyways. Also out this week is Topps Hoops basketball, which we're really excited about. I know we touched on it last time that we were not aware that the Hoops brand actually belongs to the NBA. It is not something that Panini owned. So this Hoops is going to be produced by Topps. So I'm glad that brand can keep on going.
Mm-hmm. It should just probably be pretty consistent to what it was as well. The only big change is that Topps did a hobby, a jumbo, and a blaster, whereas Panini just produced blasters and hobbies. Then they also do premium stock too, but Topps adding to the chase of the jumbo, people who do want to rip it for like the upside hit can do so and not have to rip like 4 hobby boxes and get a bunch of base that they don't want. Because Hoops is technically an entry-level product. It's still more expensive than anyone would like it to be. But end of the day, it is still like entry-level as far as, okay, it could be $1,000 box and it's not. I'm excited to see it. I don't know if there's still any big names that they haven't got a deal done with. Is Edgecombe signed for Topps or no?
I'm pretty sure he's still Panini exclusive.
I do know that they got Jokic. They still don't have Doncic.
Do they have Doncic's mom?
They could have Lulu. I don't know if... I think Giannis may have signed with Topps. I know Jokic was one of the bigger holdouts. Getting Jokic was big. Which, on the topic of Jokic, did you see what his immaculate... or maybe it's the flawless, the logo man just sold?
I didn't see what it sold for.
Over $1 million. It went for like $1,027,000.
Honestly, that seems a little low.
Which the crazy part about that card is, if that card had sold in 2015 or whenever he was a rookie, it probably would have only went for like
$5,000.
I was gonna say $5,000 to $10,000, and now it did $1 million. In the change on it was like $1,027,000, and the $27,000 is probably the upside of it. The first couple years that card existed. I did see a stat: the last 50 cards that have sold in public auction for 7 figures plus, not one of them is a football card.
Interesting.
That was surprising to me.
No Brady's?
No Brady. The last Contenders Championship didn't do 7 figures. It did in the 6 figures. the Josh Allen logo man from Chrome, the gold is in the shield is in auction right now.
I don't think that gets.
It won't get there. The Topps Chrome Brady autograph 1/1 is in auction. That won't get there.
No.
It just shows that football, as expensive as football stuff is, the crazy high side just doesn't seem to be there. Like the love that like these old exquisite basketball cards get and stuff, football doesn't have it. Even the high side on the Brady's for that kind of stuff. You're talking now. Remember, guys, these are like numbers that are most people would be like ecstatic to have the cash on hand to buy these, but like 30 grand, 40 grand. There aren't a ton of these 6-figure football cards even. And then the ones that there are would be like, you know, if a PSA 10 Namath rookie was out there or
Peyton.
No, Walter Payton 10s are out there. They're not as crazy as you think they are. They're expensive, but they're not touching these like record numbers. But it would take a lot for a football card to hit these numbers in that shows you how big worldwide like the basketball market is, because the basketball market has a 7-figure card all the time. Like I said, there's been 50 of them in the past like couple years, and they're almost all vintage baseball or modern basketball. The
couple Pokemon.
Yes. Logan Paul's is still the highest sale in the last whatever amount of time. But and now we're also not talking about private sales. This is just public sale data. The LeBron Topps Chrome Superfractor with his first King thing, it's at 500,000 right now, which I thought that's what plus buyer's premium. So I think it's at 600,000. That's pretty crazy already. But then I saw the Brady is at 180,000. Apparently the Brady was hit several weeks ago, and the person who hit it kept it a secret until it went live on Fanatics Collect.
Interesting.
I would probably do the same thing. Like, I'm going to be ripping probably one more case of royalty WWE. If for whatever reason we were lucky enough to get the John Cena WrestleMania patch 101, I don't know that I would tell hardly. I'd tell like maybe a couple people privately. And then if I did intend on selling it, I wouldn't tell anyone until it was already in the hands of the auction house. And then that way I can be like, I don't want to have to negotiate like that kind of card.
You don't want to have to deal with, okay, we're posting it. Like we could even post it and say, hey, this is going up at this auction house on this date. And people would still message us.
Available?
Oh, how much are you asking for? I'm just curious.
So I'm not going to name drop the person who DM'd us about this, because they're pretty big. But I'm not going to talk about it. Like who was it? But when we had the Patrick Mahomes gold vinyl downtown hitting the store, we posted it. They immediately contacted us. How much do you want? I said, it's not ours. The customer has it. They would like to get it graded first. If you'd like to make an offer, you can. And their only response back after that was, okay, never mind. And I'm like, okay, so like some of these like really high-end guys, they just want to try to get you to make a split-second decision, and they want you to
lowball yourself.
Yeah, they want you to name a price. He could have thought he wanted to pay $50,000, and he's just waiting to see if you say any number below that.
Yeah.
So like I think something like the Cena WrestleMania, now that the Randy Orton has sold for 42 grand, the Cena is going to be the biggest modern wrestling card sale of all time. Right now, the Rock Prism 22 Black is at $126,000. I think the Cena is going to go for $150 to $200. A friend of ours, Jameson, pulled the Cody Rhodes in a break. That card's huge.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to sell it. I do believe. Did he lose? Was that the WrestleMania is it from 41? So he lost to Cena, I think.
I don't remember.
I think he retained. I think he held it and he lost to Cena. I think that's what happened that one. So that's the cool thing about those WrestleMania patches is they are tied to very specific moments. So like the John Cena one. No, Cena was different than most of the other wrestlers. Most of them wore it on a boot or on like a trunk or something. He wore his on the towel.
Yeah. That
he brought out. But, like, that's kind of lame for anyone else, but Cena is known for bringing out the towel. Like, that is, like, his thing. It was his final WrestleMania towel that was attached to. He put it on the ring, laid it out like he does. So, like, that's cool. I think that card will go like I said, I think I wouldn't be surprised if that card went over 200K. And it's still out there. There's no way that card was pulled and no one knows. Even though I just told you if I pulled it, I wouldn't tell anyone until it went live. I truly think that 99% of that product run is getting ripped via breaker. So it's good to be on camera. I did see Ray Phoenix was just pulled. El Grande Americano has been pulled. Drew McIntyre has been pulled. Jey Uso has been pulled. None of these have been put up for sale, though. The only sales, I think, are Jade Cargill at $7,400 and Randy Orton at $42,000.
Very similar numbers.
Yeah, I mean, the Jade, in my opinion, the Jade's already worth like double what it sold for.
Yeah.
I think everyone was waiting for that Randy to sell, and I think we're going to see a few of them come up for sale now. I bet you the Drew comes up. The El Grande Americano is so cool.
Now, what we're going to see is, my guess is the Drew or somebody like that pops up for 100K or best offer.
I could see it. And then you figure any offer you get close to the Randy, you'd probably just sell it. I do know that Becky Lynch has been pulled. Our friend Adam has been trying real hard to get it, but I know that they were probably waiting for the Randy to sell. It's a buyer in China, and yeah, dude, that's the thing too. So now, like, if you put yourself in Adam's shoes, let's say you strike a deal, you gotta fly to China to get it, right? You can't like trust that thing being shipped. There's no way I could trust
customs,
DHL.
Fuck DHL.
I mean, because I don't think UPS does not ship international, I don't think. FedEx does. But like most of the time I think these international transactions are using like an international courier, which I know DHL is like ironically one of the top international couriers.
Yeah.
And they suck so much ass. Like DHL is the worst. There's no way. If I bought a card for $40,000, I'm going to start to do the math and be like, what can I fly round trip to China and stay there the least amount of time and get back on a flight, go as much as like paying for that person to like have a ticket to meet you in the airport, and be like, I will fly. How far is China? Pretty far, right?
Yes. Okay. At least 10 miles.
I thought you were going to say 10 hours. I was like, yeah, that's probably close. So China, it might be like a 48-hour round trip thing to not leave the airport. I might do it though. Like, if someone in China was like, "Hey, I have the Gunther, I'll sell it to you for dollars." I don't know that I would trust it being shipped. Like, because you're spending all that money, there's no way it's gonna be properly insured. There's no way.
No.
I don't even know that they insure international stuff like that. Plus the customs and everything. I think I would just try to like strike a deal and be like, "Hey, where do you live in China?" Because China's not like the size of Rhode Island. It is large. Imagine like this booking a ticket in relevance to China. It's like you fly into LA and it's like, yeah, I live in New York. It's like, whoa, so now I need to travel 6,000 miles across like the Chinese countryside via train to go get this card.
Just take the express.
Which one?
No.
Okay. But yeah, what if the DRC pops up in China? His best one of one.
They can keep it. they can lose it. They can lose it in the mail.
At least it was pulled at that point.
I mean, I already have one of his best one-of-ones.
Which one do you have?
NT 101 Rookie Auto.
Okay. What is his best card? Does he have a shield?
No.
He doesn't have a mirror black. So his certified rookie is a non-autograph. Or he has an autograph certified, so he has a one-of-one of that.
Yes.
New Generation is his autograph, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he has Topps Chrome.
Yeah, the Superfractor. Does he have Bowman Chrome?
No. So
the Topps Chrome Super. Although, isn't that the weird year where there's like the Supers that are numbered out of 10?
The Supers are out of 10, and I have one of those.
So what's the 101 that year? Red? No.
I don't know.
We'll have to look at the checklist for this because the two big ones that are out there for Kerry Colbert, I think he has a one-of-one from SP Authentic. I'm not 100% on that, but he does have a one-of-one from 2004 certified, the Mirror Black Quad Relic Shield one-of-one that either it was pulled a really long time ago and someone's like, who the hell is this? And they just like chucked it. or it's sitting in a box and it's never going to come out because at this point, like, who would be ripping 2004 certified? It's probably like a $1,500 box.
You might know somebody that just ripped a box of '04 contenders.
Oh, that was bad.
You never know.
Shout out Zach. Nice.
I wasn't going to drop names.
Yes, there's only one Zach. But yeah, I don't know. Like if I truly had a massive card that I wanted that was hit international, I think it, depending on the price point, like there are really big cards out there for like certain PCs that might only be like $1,000, $1,500. Okay, probably chip it. But if you're talking like a $50,000 card, it would be really hard to justify not flying over to get it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just can't even imagine having enough money to be able to do that.
No, I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, people don't understand. Like, a lot of these cards that are selling for these big numbers, it's not like it's a regular person just looking to collect a card. A lot of the time, it is like a business buying the card, a fund buying the card, or it's a group of people that are going in to buy a card with specifically to hold and resell the card. Very, 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 very few of these, like, massive product hit cards that you see sell are going to, like, a regular person who is just buying it.
Yeah.
Like, I know who bought the Randy Orton. They are buying it just to keep it. But it's not as simple as, like, you know, that they just, like, are a regular worker and this is out of, like, their regular W-2 paycheck they're paying for this. This is... money is moved around in ways in the card community. Like, when I buy a big Gunther, it's not like I just have that sitting in a checking account and I'm buying it. Typically, like, I'm auctioning off things.
Can we use the word escrow? Does that apply? I still don't understand fully what escrow is. I just feel like it would maybe apply here.
No.
Okay.
Escrow would just be an account that money is being held for future stuff, but like you would have still had to put the money in there. If you just say escrow 4 times in a row, the money disappears in the account. No, like, I mean, I made a couple moves with the intention on buying into more breaks or the Gunther WrestleMania getting hit and being up for auction, and then I made the cognizant decision that I'm probably not going to be able to afford it, so I used those funds to buy other cards I've been waiting on. And in order for me to do that, I had to move stuff around on my own PC. And recently I auctioned off a couple cards that I had been holding on to that didn't mean as much to me anymore. And I wanted to put those into Gunther, which is the safest investment, clearly. So at this point still, if the WrestleMania came up and it sold close to Jade Cargill prices, I'd probably go after it. Yeah. But I don't think that's the case.
No.
A lot of these product hit cards are going to people who don't actually care about the content of the card. So, like, the Gunther may end up with someone who doesn't even really know who Gunther is. They just know it's like a premier level card. And just like with these the MLB debut patches, a lot of the debut patches that sold are not going to people who are the collector of that player. They're going to someone who is just holding a high-end card. And then they're going to be pieced off at the right time in the right moment. I recently bought a big card that I've been eyeing up for about 8 to 10 months. There was no traction, and then all of a sudden the seller discounted the price. A little bit of messaging back and forth. I purchased the card. It will be here next week probably. The guy ended up actually being cool. I talked to him on the phone for 25 minutes last night. Nate doesn't even know that. While I was on my way to T-ball, I called him and we talked for a while. And
good. You can call and talk to him. Just I don't want to talk on the phone.
No, I don't like answering the phone. There's certain
you have to initiate.
If I'm in the right mood, and the topic is correct. Like, if I'm talking about a trading card, I can talk on the phone.
What kind of top loader do you have it in?
What's that sleeve look like? Send me the picture of the back of the card. Like, yeah, I know for a fact Nate doesn't like talking on the phone. because he usually does. You could usually either call and he wouldn't answer, or you have to
very quick
message first and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna call you. Expect a call from me in about 1 minute." And I like that too. Like if I see a phone call, I really don't like uninitiated phone calls, especially like I said, if it's a topic that you don't want. Like I said, like insurance, I don't want to talk to you. Just send me an email. I'm not a chatty person. Like I have people who Nate knows specifically. I have some people who will call, and I know it's going to be like a 30 minute to an hour conversation. I'll just choose not to have that conversation if possible. I have to talk to our distributors on the phone. That's a lot of conversation weekly. But no, I really don't want to. But long story short, back to the main point. I have a good card coming in. It perfectly matches another card I have. Well, actually, that's the pure definition of not perfect. It is not a perfect match. It is in the same family of card I already have.
It's a fraternal twin.
It is yes. It is not identical at all. What's the difference between a fraternal and a paternal twin?
I don't think there is.
Is there something called paternal twin?
I don't think so.
I don't know much about babies.
Also out this week, Topps Topps Finest Football.
Oh, that's Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we saw one of the inserts. I forget what it was called yesterday, but it's like a big head, which, when done poorly, is a very ugly card. These look very nice.
They're calling it headliners, right?
Yes.
Like the old toy headliners.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was Justin Jefferson, I think, that you showed me.
Jay Jetto.
Like, every kid who comes in is like, yeah, let me see them JJs. I'm like, we're millennials, guys. You guys call him JJ? Like, just say like, Justin Jefferson.
JJ Hardy.
Yeah, Jay Jetta is the other one that, like, I think we learned in store. I don't know why, but Puka Nakua came to my head. I was like, do kids call him, like, Pookie? Let me see that Pookies.
I don't think so.
Okay. Is that just me?
It might be just you.
Yeah, just today. But yeah, those look very sweet. Sweet. I do know that the Finest price point's going to suck. It's not going to be fun.
Yeah, Finest is going to be pretty high price point wise.
Honestly, guys, like the all of these initial products for basketball and football are going to be kind of rough because this is the first year that they're doing these. Basketball in 17 years, football in 11 years. There's been a lot of time away from these products. As we go into the next year and then the second year of it, you'll see these price points. Rookie class is irrelevant to a lot of these price points right now.
Although it is a decent rookie class.
Correct, for basketball as well, but it could have been a terrible rookie class and the prices would still kind of suck because it is
Geno Smith and EJ Manuel.
23 is really bad.
2013.
Oh man, dates. Yeah, I forgot that was coming out this week. I love Finest though. I really do enjoy Finest. I do wonder if with them doing the fans of the game for soccer, are we going to start to get fans of the game for other sports?
They have it for
football. Do they have like Rainn Wilson with the Seahawks?
They have a Mike Trout Eagles.
Hell yeah, brother.
I don't know if any of them have like inscriptions, but I know that he has autos as an Eagles fan.
I wonder what the print runs are, if they're only like low numbered limited versions like orange, red, super.
They have like a base version, which I guess, if I had to guess, would probably be like, okay, maybe they're at a 99.
No, is that a card eventually you would try to make a move to sell off something else that you own to add that?
Most likely.
Okay. Is that why you were looking at skateboards last night?
No.
Okay.
But Finest looks really nice. All of the other Finest sets, baseball, soccer, Fantastic Four, have looked really nice.
I think Finest is one of the finest chrome-based products out there. So I still think Bowman's Best is my favorite for baseball, which they haven't done. I guess we might get a regular NFL Bowman's Best this year because we've only had the opportunity since 22 to have NIL Bowman's Best, which it was great. Bowman's Best is always a good rip, and it's always higher quality card stock than Topps Chrome. So, if you are, I know we have a lot of pushback on price points and stuff, but if you look at the historical data on Finest, almost every Finest product for baseball over the last 3 or 4 years, even if the price point was high on release day, the product has appreciated in value. Like we just sold our last box of Finest baseball that we restocked a couple days ago for $5.95. We had those at $3.50.
I was going to say like
$2.95 or
maybe.
$3, and then we had them at $3.50 for a while, and then we brought cases in when they were like $400, and then we were sold out for a while and brought it back in. It was $5.95. So you could hypothetically just buy a box off of us and hold it for 3 months, and it's probably gonna be worth more money down the road.
And then to round out this week, there's also Bowman University Best Basketball.
Which we were just talking about best. It's going to be another good one. I don't know the price point of that product. Nate probably knows. I don't know if it's like
I don't.
$250 or if it's closer to like $400. I don't know. I wonder if they are going to put. So that is it. Bowman's Best so it's just NAL.
Let me investigate.
Okay, because if it is just NAL, that tells me that they are going to do probably a Bowman's Best basketball as well.
It is just NIL.
Okay, so they'll probably do one that is current players. My only, what's the word I would look for? Not discrepancy. Issue with Bowman's Best recently is I miss the mini boxes.
Yeah.
I really do miss the minis. They didn't have minis the last 2 years, I don't think, for baseball. Or maybe this year was the first year that they didn't do them.
I think it was this year.
I like the mini box because you still would get the like with baseball, you'd get 2 guaranteed autographs per mini, 4 per master. So you could buy, let's say the hobbies are $400 and you don't want to pay $400. You could buy the mini for $200, still guarantee yourself 2 autographs, which 2 autographs guaranteed is still better than most other hobby SKUs. 2 autographs is kind of, it's up there. Like most products are not offering 4 autographs per box, so to be able to buy half a hobby with 2 autographs it's nice. I miss that factor, and I don't know if the only reason behind it was because a lot of these products are being ripped via break. And it's more packaging that they have to go through.
Yeah. And just more packaging in general. Maybe they're eco-conscious.
Yes, as we slice down tens of thousands of trees to produce the cards.
Yes. We just sliced down a tree behind the shop this
did.
Week.
We are continuing
It looks very nice.
Our beautification of 9011 Perry Highway. We did. We removed a possibly future dangerous tree that we got word that as we get all these big windstorms and stuff that it would probably come down at some point. So we lopped that guy off. Nate climbed up there with a pair of scissors and was clipping branches.
Yeah, I don't know why you gave me those safety scissors.
Yeah, I gave you the kids ones. No, we brought in a arborist. That's a word, and it's used correctly, to remove a tree, and then we are doing some more beautification of the side of we're going to rip out some bushes, plant some new stuff, put some river rock in, just for maintenance purposes.
I do like keeping the back of it looking kind of residential-ish.
Yeah.
Since the neighborhood's over there.
Yeah, it is a residential area, so it should look nice. We are digging up the back lot and getting it redone to better suits the employee parking lot, the ultra secret super behind the shop employee parking lot that Nate references quite a bit.
Super secret, definitely not right behind the store employee parking lot.
Which as we continue to expand, possibly hire more people, we definitely need to continue to have parking spaces that are not the public parking spaces. So you're going to continue this summer. You're going to continue to see a bunch of work at the store. I would still love to be able to work our parking lot in a way that doesn't make people park horribly.
I think that's just people.
We have some terrible, terrible, terrible offenders in our parking lot.
Yes.
Like we take pictures pretty consistently. There are some really bad park jobs. And like the ones that we laugh at all the time, this is like the more like inside baseball behind the scenes at Junction. If you park bad at our store, we're probably commenting on it when you're not there. We've seen people try 3 and 4 times still get out of the spot, clearly see it's a bad park job, and then be like, I tried.
Yeah.
It's like, but our lot is not one that can afford to have bad park spots, because if you take up 2 parking spots, we only have 18 for the whole lot. And news alert, we do tend to have a lot of people in the store at times, so taking away one of those spots is not fantastic for us.
Yes.
And we had to eliminate the ones by the road because there were so many close calls with accidents. We had to put up the no parking sign.
That doesn't stop people sometimes.
No, it doesn't. People still do it. We have that one kid who comes in who definitely, you would definitely guess he's not 18 like he is. And I don't know if he's ever parked well.
No.
He struggles every time.
It looks like a 13-year-old getting out of this car every time.
And we're like, who let this child go over there? And then obviously we have the hair salon next door. There are quite a few non-youths that get their hair cut there. They're not the best parkers.
No.
And we do have a lot of construction workers and landscapers and stuff who have large vehicles who it's not their fault that they can't fit in the spots. But
yes, it is. Pick a smaller profession.
What does that mean?
Pick a smaller profession.
I would love to see a contractor with a 14-foot ladder driving around a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Just like a dart going down the street.
Make sacrifices.
Smaller profession.
Smaller profession.
I do actually need Nate to elaborate on this. What is a smaller profession? Home organizer.
Accountant.
Insurance salesman.
Insurance. Medical sales.
Okay. Where next time we have someone who parks an F-250 or something, Nate's gonna be like, "Hey,
pick up a
shrink your profession down a little bit. You guys got too big of a profession."
Yeah.
That's we have the same problem with guys who come right off the job with dirty boots. They should have to switch their car before going to the store too. Switch your shoes, switch your car. Drive your small car.
We should get those little booties by the door that painters.
I've debated doing it just
plumbers.
because it's literally almost every week that we have to have someone who just got done doing concrete work or something, and it's hey, the jobs need done. Trust me, I get it. But when you're going into a business that is trying to stay clean, and then you're got a bunch of spackling and stuff all over you, or you just did a big landscaping job and you come in and stuff
just covered in caulk.
One of the worst ones is whenever we had those dudes who did blacktop, and they would all be covered in tar. Yeah, they'd be covered in tar, and we'd be like, "What's good?" They're like, "Oh, we kicked off our shoes," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's tar. It's not
and these are the people who." They stopped by on their lunch break because they wanted to kill time.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not in to the thing they want, to the register, and out. No, they walked around the whole fucking store.
Whole store. And we've had those carpets professionally cleaned once. I have cleaned them multiple times with a carpet cleaner. And they need done again. We're probably going to be swapping something. We're probably going to have to be closed for a day and get new flooring in there. But that's another day's problem. But yeah, if you not just our store, if you are going into a small business, and you did recently just get done getting rained out of a baseball tournament and you're all muddy, or
not even necessarily a small business.
Yeah, honestly, if I went, I wouldn't walk into a Target if I knew I was tracking
because I know
mud.
somebody has to clean that up,
and it's not typically a CEO. It's typically.
What do you mean not typically? Never.
For the record. I am typically the one who cleans up because it bothers me the most. So I'm typically out there with the vacuum and stuff. Every time they pick up their foot, I'm putting the vacuum underneath it. I did actually I don't know if Nate knows this. I'm usually non-confrontational about it, and I just wait until they're gone. I did say something the other day. Remember, I was like, "Oh, dude, you're tracking something in," and he's like, "Oh, I kicked off my shoes," and I'm like, "Okay, but you still had a lot on your boots, man." Yeah. And we did have Matt Island, if you're listening. He now has a separate pair of shoes in his truck to come into the store because I yelled at him so many times because he would come right. He's a landscaper. He would come right after doing a job, and just walk in like there was no. I'm like, Matt, every single time you come in here, you have something on your shoes. So
Mud, grass clippings.
he now has a pair of Crocs in his car that are like his Junction Crocs,
Yeah.
and he wears a clean pair of shoes into the store.
So maybe we need to start a line of Junction Crocs merch.
Or some slides or something. We could be like a proper Asian household, and
Yes.
we could have a rack of
We just
slides.
have a shoe rack at the door. What was it in Tokyo Drift? Wabaki.
Yeah, we could do we sports car Junction house shoes, and we have all the sizes like a bowling alley has, and then we can just be over there. We sanitize it all, and then you got to swap into your Junction slippies.
So what you're saying is, when we replace the carpet, we're going to put the mats down.
Which mats?
The Asian, like traditional Chinese and Japanese.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Mats.
All I can think of is going into the Philly thing and be like Junction Johns. But I'm then Junction Johns. Is that the right terminology?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
For those that don't know the terminology, the Philadelphia area has a term called Jawn, Jawn, which is just used for literally anything. Like, oh, pass me that Jawn over there. It could be talking about a coffee. Or, yo, I saw this Jawn walking down the street the other day.
Who was that? What was that voice?
I don't know.
That sounds like Cat Williams or something would talk like that. Are you saying people from Philadelphia are stupid? Or is it laziness?
I'm saying their Jawns aren't right.
Nate just said Philadelphia is stupid. Attack him.
Nah. Most Philly people will be like, yeah, no, we know.
If you don't know,
thank you for recognizing.
Nate is. I don't know that Nate can claim Philly, but he can claim closer. There's the nearest like big city.
Yeah.
So Nate can claim that. Nate's allowed to say this.
Yeah.
Just like I'm allowed to say the average Pittsburgher is cheap.
That's like I can say people that say water are stupid. Even
Including
though
your parents.
my whole family says it.
I wonder why you didn't.
My
do
wife's
it.
whole family.
I wonder why. Did your sister say it?
I think so.
Why didn't you? I wonder what happened.
I think I was self-conscious when I got to college because there were so many people not from the area that they would like kind of make fun of it, and I'd be like, okay, I just never want to be made fun of.
But isn't
So
Westchester kind of close to Philly too?
It is.
So that's confusing.
But there's people
as well.
that come from all over the state.
Yeah.
So I in my youth, I don't know what point it was, but I made a conscious effort to always say water.
So you think if we had video of you at like 10, you said water?
Probably. It still slips out every now and then.
Okay. Speaking of water, down the street from the store, the new Rita's opened up. How is it?
It's Rita's.
Yeah, I know.
good.
But how's it like laid out? Is it like cool? Is it still like the old house setup? It said the old coffee
Yeah.
Buddha. So it's still set up like an old house?
Yeah, a couple tables out front.
It took forever for them to finish construction and to actually open.
No, construction was pretty quick. It took forever to start it.
Yeah, I figure like I feel like it was in the works for like 2 years. I like their custard ice combo. What's your order, Rita's?
I rotate either mango ice or root beer ice.
I didn't know they did a root beer, but you never do the custard.
No.
Okay.
The word custard in my autistic brain just automatically means I'm going to have a consistency
Like yogurt.
kind of like yogurt, but more slimy, like a warm bowl of pudding.
So if they just said ice cream, you'd be fine.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
it's just ice cream.
No, I know it is. And it's just that is in my brain.
I got ice cream.
That's just like
night.
I can't drink cold coffee. I can't drink iced coffee.
can't do an iced coffee.
No, because for me, coffee is a hot beverage.
Interesting. I like, but you can do iced tea.
Yeah,
So you don't like hot tea.
not as much as I like cooler tea.
But you don't like cool coffee at all.
No,
Like coffee ice cream?
nope.
Okay. I got ice cream last night. I got an affogato last night. You know what that is?
No.
It's coffee mixed with ice cream. It's like layered coffee ice cream. You would hate it.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Just talking about the local area.
Just local eats with Sports Car Junction.
Yeah, next week we have a big Pokemon release because I'm not even going to say that people were disappointed with the last one. The last one wasn't built for the people who are just trying to rip Pokemon. Yeah, it's not. It was not a collector based run. It was definitely targeted more towards the actual TCG of Pokemon. And people who are playing the game. So we've had a lot of people be like, oh yeah, Mega Evolution 3 was not good. And we're like, no, like you missed the point. Like it is a game. Yeah. It's not that Pokemon's thing is not to make a set that necessarily like they're like, oh, the collector base is going to absolutely love this one. Like at the core, they're trying to build a game too.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if Chaos Rising is more.
I think it's a little bit. It's closer to collectible than Perfect Order, but still not quite like on the same level of like a Phantasmal Flames or Prismatic Evolutions.
We did this for the last release. What are like the couple bigger chase cards?
The biggest one, there's a Greninja, Mega Greninja EX.
People love Greninja.
Art. Outside of that, there's not a whole lot else. But Greninja still has a lot of pull.
Yeah, okay. I do know that we were looking to buy a deal yesterday, which I don't know if we are buying it or not, that has the sexy starfish.
Yeah. Sexy Patrick.
Yeah.
Mega Starmie EX alt art. Or not alt art, special illustration rare. Semantics. Yeah, I don't know. We'll also look into that. Also out next week, I know, is O-Pee-Chee Platinum Hockey.
Will be good.
Yes. O-Pee-Chee Platinum Hockey is basically like Topps Chrome or Optic in the sense that it is a Chrome version of an earlier, just like basic release.
Which you have the rainbow parallels in there, not to be confused with prisms and silvers and refractors. Upper Deck uses the terminology rainbow for their refractor-ish technology. I wonder, did they ever continue with some of those crazy named parallels, like when we were
some
ripping,
of them, I think,
like green houndstooth.
Green houndstooth. I know they still do purple pixels.
Okay, they do taxi for Allure, I think. Yeah, yellow taxi,
orange slice,
blue ice or something, or tracks. But they had the one
Sunset.
Year, I think it was 1920 Allure that they did the green houndstooth.
Yeah.
Just not a fantastic parallel name to get traction in the market. Like, I collect green houndstooths.
They do tell you what parallel it is on the card.
Which is one of Upper Deck's best things, is telling you what parallel you hit. I do know that, like, Topps is back in the consistency of telling you when something's a refractor. I know there were some years where they didn't actually put refractor on the card. Upper Deck is really good about identifying what you hit, especially in Allure and O-Pee-Chee Platinum, where there is a lot of stuff built out on the rainbow. And there are a lot of odd comment. All the terminology is kind of odd to the mass market because they can't use any of the terminology that Panini and Topps use because everyone trademarks everything now. So you can't say blue refractor. You have to say aqua, or they can't. I don't even think they can use.
No, it would be blue rainbow.
Blue rainbow or blue tracks. Tracks is like an X-fractor, right?
Nah, tracks is like Mojo.
Okay. Yeah, but we're excited for that one. I do know that we did do a nice restock of singles. I know we picked up another big Penguins lot that we've already sold through a lot.
Penguinos.
We had Dave pricing out a bunch of baseball and football because our cases got absolutely destroyed. There was so much stuff empty in there. I know that we bought a really nice Pokemon deal that unfortunately is like 80% gone already.
Yeah.
A lot of
mid-era, like 04 to 2010 ish. Don't forget, trade night is coming up.
May 30th.
May 30th. It is a Saturday from 4 to 7 at the shop. We'll have a tent set up outside. People will be able to go inside, outside. We'll have tables set up outside. Tables. I don't know if we'll have tables set up inside. Because then people set up their own little card shops.
Yeah, which we already talked about. We're going to have a post put out. Our big news that we talked about last week is a week closer to being announced. We will be hearing back from them soon, I hope, and we will be able to release what that is. It will be really cool, I hope, and not be a total waste of money.
Although another kind of big news is we have started selling on Walmart.
We are on the Walmart platform. We are still very much so in our early years of that. We're learning that it's a totally new platform that we're having to learn on. So we're gonna be going through some of their tutorials and stuff the rest of this week to see how that works. But yeah, we are gonna be selling on Wally World. It is like full circle because Walmart stepped in. They put out as many mom and pop businesses as possible. They put, like, if you live in a small town and Walmart came in, pretty much all the mom and pops closed. They've come full circle to now needing mom and pops to generate enough revenue because a lot of people have kind of stepped away from supporting the mom and pop or supporting the bigger businesses. So they're now like, hey, will you sell on our platform to help us? And we were recruited for this. I don't know. Like someone reached out to us from them.
Yeah, they just
and, like,
cold called us.
Cold called us and like, hey, we've been like following you. We'd like to talk to you more. We set up a call. It took me. I mean, Nate saw me frustrated probably for almost 2 weeks doing this because they needed like the headstone of every generation of person in my family who has died, and they wanted to know every little detail about everything, and it was
the exact opposite of Whatnot.
Dude, the vetting process for Walmart was, which I think doesn't Walmart randomly have a live feed too, or they were trying to build it.
I think they do it on eBay sometimes.
Okay, because I know that they're really trying to build out their collectible side of the business though. Mostly because I truly think Walmart doesn't want to sell trading cards in their stores. I think they would rather just have people sell it on their website. Because it's chaos, and we just actually had another story last week. We had a guy in the store that was a MJ Holdings rep, and he came in our store because he said that people were stalking him, and he needed to get away from it and not be at a Walmart for a little bit, so that they he's like, I need to lose them. I'm like, all right, are they
We're
here?
like, we get it.
And the funny thing, he described them to us, and we're like,
we know exactly.
We know who that is. He's like, these people are crazy, and we're like,
yes,
yeah,
they are.
So it was pretty funny. He was telling us about how like their internal strategy to switch up stocking times, and with Walmart not being 24/7 anymore, I don't know why they can't just stock after hours.
Yeah,
like let them in. Okay, Walmart closes at 10 o'clock. We're stocking overnight. That way, everyone knows. All right, guys, trading cards are restocked at 9 a.m. every day or whatever they are, and you have to go to the customer service to buy them. It'd be fixed pretty quickly. 1 SKU per person.
Yeah. Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit and get out.
Is that a South Park?
Jeff Dunham.
Oh, Jeff Dunham. Okay, because I feel like whenever wasn't Stan's grandpa a Walmart greeter in an episode or something?
I think so. It was the Walmart.
Yeah, the Walmart, because they can't say Walmart.
No, they can probably say Walmart, but like it was its own entity.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was alive. It was like Terminator-esque AI that was controlling Walmart. Oh, yeah. Enjoy, guys. The weather's nice now.
Get your shit and get out.